In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the process of securing your US student visa. I'm going to be telling you all you need to know, all you need to do in order to secure your visa. Please keep watching. Mental disorder, mental disorder. And after that, you are done. Which one is it? Is it schedule or schedule? I kind of dance in between the two and I feel like I should pick a struggle. So in this video, it's gonna be schedule. And whether it's French, Spanish, I'm joking guys, English, just save yourself the stress. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Dami, and yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed so far. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, and don't also forget to watch till the end. So this video is about how to secure your US visa. Your US student visa, the process you need to go through, all you need to do, how do you start? Because I got lots of questions from people, especially my Facebook folks. They were just sending me DMs like, okay, so what do I need to do? How do I need to go about this? And I felt, okay, it's high time I did this video. My next video will be about the documents you need to take with you and some common questions asked during your visa interview. So make sure you keep it a date with me. Make sure you subscribe so you can get notified when that video drops. And like I say, if you're new here, please subscribe. Channel Yi Tibubuwani. This channel is for us. It must not spoil. So please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will get right into the video for today. So in order to be eligible for a US visa interview, there are some things that you need to do, and this video is specific for students, people who want to come into the United States as students. So we're dealing with students here. However, if you're not a student, you can still gain some things. This might be helpful to someone you know, so don't just watch, make sure you also share. So the first thing you need to do, I'm sure you guys are like, this girl likes saying the first thing. I'm sorry, please bear with me. Okay, back to business. The first thing you need to do is apply to a US SEVP accredited school. That is a school that allows for exchange students, visitor students, that allows international students come in, and they have accredited programs. So make sure you do your findings. I actually made a video on all you need to know about applying to a US school. I'll link it up here, so make sure you check the video. It tells you about what you need to do, how you need to check for schools, things you need to be mindful of when selecting a school, how to apply, what to do. So make sure you check that video. So let's say you've gone past that process now, you've applied to a school, you've been admitted to that school. Make sure you also accept the admission. So I'll say this again. The first thing you need to do is apply to a school, be admitted, and accept the admission, because if you do not accept the admission and the time frame for you to accept it passes, then you forfeit that admission. So that's the first thing you need to do. After you have accepted the admission, then your school registers you or imputes your name into the service system, that is the student and exchange visitors program system. That it's like a body that tracks and monitors international students or exchange students that come into the US for school. So they impute your name into this system, and then they send you the service generated form, which is popularly known as the I-20. I know a lot of you have been hearing I-20. What is I-20? I-20 is the service generated forms that talks about the students coming into the school, what program they are coming for. Your name will be imputed into the service system, and then the form is generated. It's a 3-page document, and it's usually signed by the International Students Coordinator. You should see the person's name there. You should have a detail of your funding. Mine had the basic amount I needed for a year, and then by the side the amount of funding I was going to get. It also had my date of start and my date of finish for my program. It had my school code, it had my service code, It also had a place outside. See, your school is supposed to send that to you. Some schools send it to the students for free. After your school has sent you the I-20, then you go ahead to pay for your service fee. Now, I don't think we Nigerians can pay it in Nigeria. So most of the time you usually would look for a friend who is abroad to help you pay, and then they send you the link and then you print the receipts. I think now it's about $350. When it was my time, it was $200. Then the third thing is for you to fill your DS-160 form. Now I have some things written here, so I don't want to forget. So then here you get I'll put the website on the screen where you can get an overview on what to do. But usually they ask a lot of questions. As a student, you're not coming as an immigrant, you're coming as a non-immigrant, you're coming as a resident alien. So note that. So while filling your DS-160 form, usually it's straightforward. It's just that it's a lengthy form. I think it's broken into about 11 sections. There's the personal information where you fill in everything about you, your marital status, your address and phone information in Nigeria. Then you put in your passport information. Make sure your passport is valid for more than a year by the time you are going in for your visa. Some will say 6 months, but it's just safer for you to have like a passport that has a longer validity when you're going for your visa interview, because it just makes the VO not to say, oh, your passport is almost expired. And then they ask you about your travel information. That is why you're going to the US, the purpose of your trip to the US. You specify the type of visa. Your visa is supposed to be an F1 visa. Make sure you note that. Then they ask you your intended time of arrival. You already know when your school will resume, right? So if you know when your school will resume, then you should be there before your school resumes. So you should already have those plans. Usually I would advise that it's good you journal all these things down so you can be consistent, so you don't mix up the time. That's a tip there. And then they ask you your intended length of stay in the US. Then they ask you the address where you will stay in the US. My advice is you put your university in that place. Then the next part, they ask you your travel companions information. If you are married and you intend going with your family, include all those. Then they ask you your previous US travel information. This is still on point number 3, filling in your DS-160 form. I'm just giving a general overview of what the form is like. There are some things that can confuse you, and that's why I am trying to just point out a few things here. So your previous US travel information, if you've ever been to the US, just include it in there because they will know. Your US point of contact information. Usually the name of the person you should put is the person whose name appears on your I-20. That is the name of the person you should put there. The relationship of the person to you will be school official. The number, the zip code, you can get those online. The email address, you can also get that online. And I believe that at this point they should have been sending you several emails, so you should have gotten some of the information, or those information can be easily gotten. Then they ask you about your family information, about your present work, education, training information. Be sincere, say the truth, put the right thing. Make sure you fill from the latest to the farthest. That means if you just got a master's, put your master's before your BSc, not BSc master's. Do you get? So arrange it chronologically from the latest to the farthest, if that makes sense. The next one, they ask you about your security and background. Then they begin to ask you all these funny questions. They'll ask, for example, do you have a mental disorder? Talo mani mental disorder, mental disorder. It's just funny to me, but yeah, they'll ask you several questions like that. If you've killed someone before, if you've done all that, they ask you all those questions, and like I say, just say the truth, okay? They also ask you your additional point of contact information. Then the next thing, they ask you your service information. So remember that the number 2 thing I said was that you pay your service fee. After you've paid, after someone here has paid it for you, then they send you the link. You get the PDF form. You put in your school zip code, your service ID. Your service ID will also be on your I-20. Then they'll ask you your location. The last thing they ask is, did anyone assist you in filling this form? Like, they want to know if you filled it yourself or not, which I feel if you were able to apply to a school, write your SOP, like, do some of you had to do interviews and got admission? I mean, you should be able to fill these forms yourself. So of course you put in that you filled it yourself, and then the e-signature. So for your e-signature, it will ask you for your passport number, and then it will also bring out all those codes that come out, just to be sure that you're not a robot. So after you've put that in, and then you click submit, you click on confirmation, your DS60 application confirmation page should come out, and that page has a barcode. My advice is, do not exit that page. Make sure you click on print and save as PDF. Email that PDF also to yourself, to your trusted one, so that you can keep it, and make sure you also try to print it immediately. Well, thankfully, if you send it to your email, and can always refer back to it, but please do not exit that page without printing or saving it, because you cannot go back to print that page again. So print it, save it, and do all that good stuff. Okay, so the next thing after you've gotten your DS160 confirmation page with the barcode is to pay for your visa fee. I paid mine at GTB, and I think that GTB is the only accredited bank for paying a visa fee, application fee, or a visa interview fee in Nigeria, at least that I know of. So I went to GTB and paid, and after you've paid, you specify the type of visa you're applying for, and they give you a receipt, and the receipt has a reference number, and so it's that reference number you use to schedule your visa interview date. So after you've paid your fee, then you go to the website, and then that same website, the US Travel, the Gov, I'll put it on the screen, and then you go there, you click on the new application, schedule an appointment, or schedule. Which one is it? Is it schedule or schedule? I kind of go dance in between the two, and I feel like I should pick a struggle. So in this video, it's gonna be schedule. So you schedule an appointment and you create a profile. If you've applied for visa before, you don't need to create a new profile, just log in. So if you've forgotten your password, you know the way all these platforms are, you click on forgot password, then you reset your password, you log in. So immediately you log in, you already see by the topmost left hand side, new application / schedule an appointment. Make sure you select the non-immigrant visa type. Then you select your country where you reside. You select also the language you want to be interviewed in, whether it's French, Spanish, I'm joking guys, English. Just save yourself the stress. Then you choose your visa type. Your visa type and your class of visa are kind of different, don't be confused. Visa type, students and exchange visitors. Your visa class will be F1 visa. Exchange are, I think, all those J1 visa, but if you're not coming as an exchange student and you're coming as a student, not exchange, you're not exchanging anything, choose F1 visa. If your wife, let's say you are married now, and your wife is also filling hers, and she's coming as the spouse of a non-immigrant, she would choose F2, and F2 here says spouse or child of an F1 visa holder. So after you've selected that, you review, then you continue, then it will then ask you for all the information you will have on your DS160 confirmation page. That is your DS160 confirmation number. You have that on that DS160 code, so make sure you have that, and that's why I said make sure you save it. Don't leave that page, save it as PDF, email it to yourself so that you can always print as many times as you want. And then you also need your passport number, your service number in order to fill this next page, like your passport number, your passport issuance date, your passport issuance place where it was issued, your passport expiry date. And like I said, it's safer to have a passport that still have like a year validity by the time you're going for your visa interview, so that there won't be anything like, oh, your visa will soon expire, you know, that's shenanigans. You do not want that. Your DS-160 confirmation number, your phone number. It will also ask you for your service number, your university name, you should know that, and then your university zip code. So then if you have dependents, so for an F1 visa, let's say for your husband now, he will put his dependent as his wife. Another question they can ask is if you've applied for the visa before. So after you specified if you've been issued an F1 visa before, then you'll be done with that session. So it takes you back to the dashboard, and like I said, or did I mention it? Okay, I'm mentioning that the dashboard has like several parts where you fill in your visa information, your fee payment, your personal information, and then it tells you to schedule a date. So you then click on schedule date. So in order to schedule or to book your visa date or interview date, then you verify where you want to pick up your passport. Now I think in Lagos, if you're going to be interviewed in Lagos, the place where we pick our passports is the DHL office at Oshodi, and I think that's like the only option there. So that's like the only thing you just click on, and then the next page would be for you to put in your receipt number. You have it on the receipt that you'll be given at GT Bank, so make sure you keep that receipt too. Make sure you snap that page and send it to your email so you don't misplace it. So you would put in the receipt number, and then after you've put in the receipt number, it then takes you to a calendar like kind of page, and then it shows you the dates that are available. The dates that are available are usually the ones you can click on. The dates that are not available are already grayed out, so you just click on the date you feel is best, the time you also feel is best. Just beneath the calendar like thing, you see several times that you feel you will be there. So make sure you keep that time, make sure you note it. So after you've selected your preferred date, your preferred time, it will also ask you to confirm, to schedule the date. So you confirm the date, and then you click on the schedule button. So after you click on the schedule button, then it will tell you that your visa slot has been successfully booked, and give you like a template that you should be expecting. And then it will ask you if you want it emailed to you, or you want to download it, or you want to print it. So my best advice is click on email, click on print, so that you can download it. It can also be in your email box, and after that you are done. And so the final thing, which I would elaborate more on in my next video, is the interview. And then you go for your interview, and I congratulate you in advance, and then you get your visa on the day of your interview. This is just a rundown. It's kind of short, I believe, but I think it encapsulates everything from the start to finish, what you need to do in order to get your US visa. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you gained one or two things from this video. Please do not hesitate to subscribe, do not hesitate to like this video, and don't forget to share this video. I thank you for your support so far. See you in my next video.